Jesus Christ.
Hi, everybody.
Hello. Hello, everybody in my mind.
What's up, Ian?
Not much. But, by the way, you notice anything different?
You're zoomed in?
No, I got by my headphones.
Oh. Oh, are those earbuds?
Yeah, I got some nice earbuds. These are the Samsung Buds Plus.
Oh, I like them.
They're pretty comfortable. Yeah, I thought it's nice because I'm free now from. I don't have any cords or anything. Like if I'm doing a show with Nate or whatever, I could go to the bathroom and still be able to hear you guys talking.
Yeah, we just couldn't hear you.
Right. Well, these do have a mic input and the Bluetooth adapter that I got for this, to hook them up to the computer. It's pretty good sound quality, and it's supposed to let you be able to talk through the mic, but I haven't been able to get it to work yet. So you guys could hear me pissing if you wanted to, but
Nah, that's cool.
it supports two headsets. So I have I have my other wireless headset there too, so Nate could do the same thing. I could pair that up too. I would probably have him use that set, and I would just wear the earbuds. But yeah, this is the case that came in here.
One of the ones that charges them.
Yeah, it's got like 11 hours of listening battery life, and then the actual case in total, I guess it would be 24 hours. I think so. It's like 13 extra hours.
Cool.
Yeah, so they're basically about, like pretty on par with the AirPods or whatever.
So would you say they were worth the price? I know they were kind of costly.
Yeah, they're 150. I got them for like 120 on Amazon.
Oh shit, that's a good deal.
Yeah. And it was pretty cool. And I was thinking about I mean, I could shake my head and they haven't only one popped out at one time, but I think like my like I need to clean out my ear or something that day.
Ew.
Yeah. So I don't know. I was thinking about like making a design and 3D printing out because some of them come with a hook or whatever.
Yeah.
I was thinking about trying to design something like that so it hooks over the ear. I'd feel safer that way.
Gotcha.
But yeah. And you guys won't be able to. Well, the audience will be able to see, but Frank won't be able to see the change in the camera. But I have my DSLR camera here. I was showing the audience, or I was showing Frank earlier. I could like zoom in and refocus and stuff. But yeah, I could do
what kind of camera you got there?
Oh, this is one of those. It's an older one. It's an older Rebel. It's a T1i, but yeah. Let me switch back to my main camera. But yeah, this is. Oh shit. Yeah, this is here. I need to get like a longer cord or something so I can pull it out and be able to be more mobile with it if I wanted, I guess. But
Gotcha.
yeah, so it's just I just thought I'd have it be like a little bit more dynamic. I guess have multiple camera angles and shit. Like I was trying to mess around with. There's a webcam that you could get, like a IP cam app for your Android or phone or tablet or whatever, and I was gonna have that as like a third camera if I wanted, or if I couldn't get this to work, I would have tried to use that as a second camera. But
Mm.
because I tried setting it up like I used to with the, like the Hangouts or whatever, and that was just too much of a pain. And like I was just having like feedback issues with the audio, even if I muted the mics for some reason.
Mm.
So, yeah, but it seems to be working okay, I guess.
Cool.
I just got to figure out a way of maybe I could do something with the hotkeys of switching and the OBS between the
I'm sure there
different
is,
scenes or
yeah.
whatever.
Right.
I was looking online, and there's an auto hotkey scripts people do to do like a hotkey like every so often, like a random intervals or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I was gonna try to dick around with that if I could get the hotkey to work.
Have you ever checked out AutoHotkey? It's like a program where people just make macros. I think that's what it's called.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. It's like for macros, and you can map, you know, get controllers, joysticks, mice. You could basically map like a mouse stack, like a joystick, and all
Right.
like any device into any other device, basically, and do
Right.
all
Right.
kinds of macros in between.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, like we were talking before about that one guy that did the macros with he custom mapped into a MIDI. Did he do like a MIDI type of thing with a second keyboard input?
I think that was one of Linus's guys. He made a whole like keyboard into a macro key.
Yeah, because
I
if you
think.
just plug in a second keyboard, it's just gonna do the same thing as the original.
Right. It's just gonna A B B C C.
Yeah.
But yeah, he like color coded it. He put tape over it so he would know what each like button was supposed to do and shit. But yeah. Well, that's cool, man.
Yeah. What about you? Anything new going on with you besides you were talking before the show? You do have a double XP weekend.
Yes. So, um, gaming. The I was talking about the last time we were on the show. Yes. Speaking of gaming.
Speaking of gaming.
Yes. Last time we were on the show, I was talking about they were having they have this mini game inside of the game where you move your piece along a board game to chase after this bad guy in the board game, and they give you 10 weeks to do it. And if you can't make it to the end by yourself, you can purchase through uh, the in-store currency, the in-game in-store currency, and like they award if you play the game like the gameception, the board game within the game, you get the in-game currency, so you can buy your way higher. Like I said, there was a big conspiracy of you're not able to do it as much, but now with the double XP weekend, you act like one of the things you could do to earn points is by getting by getting over 10,000 experience points. With double XP, that's easier because there's all these buffs you can get to get more than double, more than sometimes up to triple or whatever XP. And I'm trying to get in there and get it myself because you get all these little like items and shit. It's really cool. Now, I also check this out. Do I look very well lit?
Well, you look lit on the frame that's frozen. Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna screen share. I don't care. I have on my two side windows. I threw my Gmail window on both of them because it's default white, and it turns out to be just enough white. So that's cool.
Yeah, I mean, from the frame that they're showing it, yeah, it's like the whole room is lit up.
Yeah, no, everything else is dark except for those two windows. But anyway, but yeah, so there's that. So I'm trying to bust out and get that done. because they only give you 10 weeks, and I think we're on the third week. But I've been just grinding out the daily stuff, and they only give you so many challenges, and you can only get so far. So
Yeah.
but hey, Ian, I got a question.
You got the question.
Yeah.
Is it
I don't give a fuck.
anything about pouring anything?
Soda Talk with Frank and Ian.
That
What
soda's
you
got a
drinking
lot of
off?
head on it.
You said head.
I'm just drinking it's kind of basic bitch this week, man. I got a Code Red Mountain Dew and then an Orange Crush for a backup, and then LTTstore.com. Yeah,
Toilet water.
Yeah, toilet water. Yeah, not a whole lot like special this week as far as like Mountain Dews or energy drinks or anything. I did have some Liberty Brew. Have you been drinking that up?
Yeah, I need to get some more. So here's my scenario this week. Every week I go to the gas station and I try to get my Cyclone Mountain Dew. I poured it and I'm like, you could tell by the color of it, you're like, that's not going to be right. But I get it for free with points from my gas station like loyalty card. So I'm like, whatever, I'll go ahead and get it. If it sucks, I'll throw it away. I got it at home, man. It's just seltzer water. There was a little tinge of red. I was like, God damn it, I threw it away. But I stopped at Taco Bell and I went to get my wife a drink, and the one I wanted to get her they didn't have, so I got her a wild strawberry freeze. And I get up to the window and I see the girl putting all these cups by the her little station. And I'm like, well, and the person behind me must have ordered a bunch of shit. And she looks around. She goes, "Oh, I gave you a whole bunch of drinks. Do you want them?" And I'm like, "Well, I'll drink them, sure." So she gave me a regular Mountain Dew, which is, after having everything else, it's just disgusting. Two freezes, which my wife drank one and I drank one, and now I got a water behind that for when I finish this off. But anyway,
Can you do me a favor real quick? Can you
no.
Okay.
What do you want?
Oh no, I was just gonna have you you know how you could turn off the camera? See if
No.
it fixes it if you turn off your camera and turn it back on, in the hangouts where you have the hang up and then you can mute your mic or
I'll just fucking leave and come back. I'll be back.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not doing that dumb shit.
Well, no, I mean, it's just like, I thought it would be easier if you just
No.
click your camera on, off, and it might refresh it. It might be easier than having to come back.
Nah, fuck that shit.
Fuck the easier way, right?
It ain't the easier way, because knowing my luck, the shit would not work, and I wouldn't be able to turn it off, and then I wouldn't be able to turn it back on. I'm not taking any chances of shit going wrong. My shit
Right.
fucks up all on its own. It don't need no help.
Right. Make sure you
Anyway.
don't get that Rona from that 5G also.
I was driving home the other day, and I was on the phone with my mom, and I drive through a hilly part of a country road, and she's like, "Are you there? Are you there?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm driving through the back roads, and I lose signal." She's like, "Oh, I think it's that 5G." Mom, it has nothing to do with the 5G. I don't have a 5G phone. Fuck. Well, I saw a bunch of vans out here putting up power lines, and none of the vans had company names on them. Okay, Mom. So, anyway,
Anyway.
So, yeah. Would you like to get into some stations, sir?
No.
It's not hide and seek.
Not yet.
It's the video of the week.
My
Keyboard cheating.
right. I forgot my my lamp back there. When I bought the thing to make it RGB, since it wasn't working, one of the reviews, somebody's like, "It's a piece of shit. The thing, after a few hours, the battery goes dead." I've used it how many weeks, and it finally went dead. So 3 triple A's or double A's or whatever, that's not bad.
No, man.
So
Not too
anyway,
shabby.
so let me pull up your video of the week. Hold on. Copy.
But yeah, this is nice with the earbuds though, because it's like I'm not using the mic from it, so it's not like chopping in and out. Like I remember you used that one Bluetooth headset when you first came on the show, man.
Oh yeah, it was a piece of crap.
Yeah.
Where the hell's the other screen share?
Like you've been coming in crystal clear, at least you know.
Well, because I have a decent microphone, so that helps.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I'm just saying, there's the hearing part. It works on these, at least you know.
Yeah, that'd be a bitch if you can't see and you can't hear.
I know, man. That would suck, dude. You'd have to, if you want to text each other. I was still talking to Nate. It's like they'd have to almost like do haptic feedback, like in Morse code or something, you know. If you want to use your phone.
Oh, dude, on one of my videos, LGR Lazy Game Reviews, he does a thing where he does LGR thrifts because he collects vintage hardware. He goes to thrift stores and videotapes what he finds, and he found a record that was learn code, and he's like, "What?" And he pulls it out, and it's how to learn Morse code on a vinyl record. So he puts it on a record player at the end of the video, and it's like, dude. So anyway, set us up with what's going on with this video, sir. WTF is this guy doing? Are you there?
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, I said set us up with what's going on in this video. What's the guy doing?
Sorry. The thing actually did cut off for a second. It's got to be adapter because I was listening to these like music and shit on my phone like all day the other day. So this is the first time I was dicking around with the adapter today.
All right. So what's this gentleman gluing and screwing?
I don't know. Have you ever seen this guy on YouTube?
I like to make stuff. No, but I'm gonna go ahead and subscribe because that's a cool premise. What's he do?
Well, if you mean in general, he does he does a lot of 3D printing, a lot of carpentry stuff, and just like he's a maker basically. You know.
Right. I can understand that. I can appreciate that.
Yeah, I think he's done some guitar stuff and shit too.
Shit.
Does a lot of woodworking stuff.
Made of wood.
Wood.
So what's he doing in this case?
Well, the reason I picked this video out was because I was thinking about dipping my toe in a different kind of 3D printing called resin printing. Both me and Nate were talking last weekend. He was over at my parents' house for it was my sister's birthday last weekend, and we were talking about these type of printers that you can get now for pretty cheap, for like a few $100. You could get these resin printers that are like really highly detailed. That's even more detailed than the type of printers that I have now.
Mm.
Or that, like in general, I have what's known as a FDM printer, where it melts like a filament line of plastic, and it does it kind of like like those layers of cake frosting or whatever.
Yeah. Fondant, yes.
Yeah. Whereas resin printing is a lot more detailed. You can basically get like layer heights as fine as like even finer than the human hair, basically.
Wow.
Yeah. I think it goes down to like, depending on the printer, it could go down to like 20 microns or whatever.
Are you setting up shit to sell on Etsy? Is that what you're gonna do?
Yeah, that'd be cool, man.
That's what most 3D print shit's for, is Etsy. Have you ever been on Etsy? I bought so much shit from there.
Oh, you did buy? You probably bought a lot of Fallout shit there, huh?
Yeah, like my giant when Ben got me the GameStop had the map of Nuka World for Fallout 4. It's double sided, so I had him get me another one, and I framed both of them so you can see both sides. And I ordered a bunch of Nuka World tokens because in the game it's an arcade / theme park. So there's all these tokens you get like you would get at Chuck E. Cheese. And there was a guy on Etsy who was selling tokens, so I bought a shit ton of them. I threw them in the frame, turned out pretty sweet. And then I bought, what did I buy? I bought all kinds of crap. I got custom mugs for my wife for her birthday, like Starbucks. They're not really mugs; they're the cups, and they have like the one has a Cheshire Cat from Disney on it, like a vinyl print with her name and stuff. And I can't remember what's on the other one. Oh, the other one's Lady and the Tramp, I think. And then just other little things here and there that I'm like, oh, that's cool. Like I got her a little pin someone made that was a mashup between Maleficent and Bob's Burgers. So that's nice. Original. But so what's this guy making for the 19th time?
Yeah, sorry. So basically, I mean, I'm still new to this because I haven't even gotten the printer yet. I'm hoping to in like next month maybe or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But basically, it cures using like a LCD screen that like projects like UV light. And UV light is what cures the resin. I don't know if you've known there's that type of resin that can cure with that kind of light.
Well, I mean, I know that UV light can affect different kinds of plastics. Like it can make tubing brittle and stuff in water cooled rigs. I know that much.
Right. Well, it's basically how they have like those black lights for like nail curing and shit. Yeah, it's basically the same thing, but after it gets done printing, it requires some extra steps of post-processing. Basically, it has like, for some reason, even though it cures by UV light, after it's done, you have to first you have to wash it off in like isopropyl alcohol because there's like a thin film on the outside.
Yeah.
Of like uncured resin, so you have to clean that off in a bath, and then you have to cure it under some more UV light, which you can either use one of those actual nail curers that, or you can buy an actual one that's made for that's a lot more expensive. But since it's for that, you can charge more.
Right, just like foam is more expensive if you use it. It's for sound foam or for speaker alignment foam. If you just sell butt foam, it's cheaper.
Yeah. So basically, I was thinking I have some LED strips that are UV, just like the kinds that you have in your rig. So yeah, I was gonna just like I saw a guy on YouTube just get like a paint bucket and then slap those in there, and then you have it coming from all sides around, which is better than the ones that I've even seen that you can even buy. So. Like if you do your own kind of thing, Or you could just leave it on in the sun for a little bit longer, and you could do it that way if you're really hard up for gash, and then it's basically
Right.
done, you know. So he basically builds like an all-in-one station for doing all of that stuff. You'll see it has like a cleaning station with that solution if you skip ahead, and then he builds like a UV box for you to put it in. So I just thought it was neat because
I'm always up for guys making stuff.
yeah.
Oh, you put mirrors in it? Oh, shit.
Yeah. Well, some of the people were commenting, and I did look it up. Some of the mirrors actually they'll absorb the UV light wavelength along with some kind of foils and shit. So it depends on what kind of material you're using. You kind of have to research that shit because otherwise, if you could see in the UV wavelength, you might as well just be having black paint in the box that the LEDs are over. You know.
Yeah. Well, that's cool though.
Yeah. The things I found is basically if you have like metal, like aluminum foil or other like steel that actually reflects it, then you don't have to worry about any chemicals or like compounds that the shit's made out of, like if it's a plastic or chrome or something. I don't know.
Right, because all you need is some porous kind of material absorbing chemicals in a hot box. That's just what you need.
Yeah.
Assholes with fireworks. My fucking neighbors are burning trash, so like it was stinking up the yard. I've seen them. Literally, they have a trash can next to their fire pit, right next to their trampoline and their kiddie pool, and they're reaching in the fucking trash can and throwing it in the fire, and pieces of shit are floating over to my house. And then I'm finding the little sticks from bottle rockets in my fucking yard, and they're scaring my fucking dogs. I hate people. Anyway, so, but yes, I dig this.
Yeah.
P.S.
He's a cool guy to watch. I would definitely recommend that you check out.
Yeah, I subscribe to him. Yeah, I'll check out. Did you see? I don't have a clip of it, but did you see the video of Henry Cavill making his own computer?
No.
He posted it on Instagram, and like the TechTuber world shit their pants. Like Bitwit made a reacts video, so it was pretty dope. I encourage to check it out. I've seen it like 10 times already.
Did
He
you?
put a GoPro on. He's filming himself putting it together.
Nice. Did you see that video where they had their power shut off or something?
Yes. Yeah, that was
He
their
still
new
built a
studio.
computer.
Yeah, it was like he finds all the parts in the dark except for the processor. I start watching. I go, how long is this video? Bah! I shut it off.
Well, yeah, I mean, I watched it up until the point where he starts building a computer, and then it's like, oh, it's another computer he's building.
Right.
You know, I thought it was going to be more of a challenge, I guess. You know.
Right. Or be entertaining, like when they make spicy wing pizza, or PC, or like drunk PC.
Yeah. Did he do a drunk PC?
Yeah, they did. I think.
I'll have to check it out.
I'm pretty sure they did. Somebody did. I can't remember. It might have been Jay. I don't know. But anyway, so
yeah, what do you got?
So my video is from Snazzy Labs. If you ever follow him, he's another tech tuber content guy. His thing has kind of been revolving around Macs, even though like I don't quite understand how like you can be so into tech, you got to know what's going on and what to buy. But like you still would buy a Mac. If you're so into technology, you'd make your own fucking shit. I would think. So, like, but anyway,
yeah,
he likes
like like a chef getting like some fast food or something, you know.
Right. So he has made a bunch of videos where he's made Hackintoshes to show that he actually knows what the hell he's talking about, which I found interesting. But last year, I actually found out, I saw a post, it was last year he made a video where he built a server because, like all YouTube guys, he needed, more storage. So he actually, reached out with Wendell and had him help put one together and all that shit. and it was more like he just bought used enterprise hardware and all that. Well, now he doesn't really have redundancy for like the backup, because the backup thing is you got to have multiple formats. So RAID here, CD here, and in this case tape. So he can make cold storage for if his drives get foobarred, because he can lose 2 drives and still rebuild his RAID. But if he loses more, his whole array is fucked. So he's doing tape, and that'll let him copy everything, and then if there is a catastrophe, he can rebuild where he needs to. Now, the whole video basically is him explaining tape, because believe it or not, I didn't know a whole lot about the media of tape in storage. Did you?
No, I just knew that there's still some enterprises that still use it.
Right. I mean, it has a good shelf life, and the server that he made was like 32 terabytes, and he got 30 terabytes worth of tape, but he breaks down the whole process for what he ended up having to do, because let me go to the right part and show you. So here he is showing his server, and like I said, he's got no backup, so he wanted backup, because RAID is not a backup. Remember that.
Back that thing up.
I like my one dude in his videos. He's like, "Say it with me. RAID is not a backup." And he says like 3 times in the video. To interface with the tape the tape backup, he had to get a shitty MacBook that he's like, this thing was made. Basically, nobody would want this thing. He's like, I won't be able to resell it, so it's mine. He's like, he bought it specifically for this, or not the MacBook, Mac Mini. Anyway, he bought some kind of Apple hardware with really shitty specs, and just to interface with it. On. So not that thing. Where is it? So here's the tapes. This one tape is 12 terabyte, and that little black box on his desk there is what reads the tape. And you basically, it locates a point in the thing, and it copies a whole chunk for you to be able to digitally put on your machine. He explains it a whole lot better than I can. It's worth the time, because it's interesting, and to see how much money they could spend on this project. Because I think the server cost him a couple grand. This is costing him like another couple of grand. He had to buy for the server. See that Mac Mini? It doesn't just fit in a 1U space, because it's a Mac Mini. You see the footprint of it. So he had to buy this. He had to buy this box that the Mac Mini sits in, that's made for the Mac Mini, and the button for the power is on the back of the Mac Mini. So the button on the front of this box has a stick that goes around and pokes the back of the fucking Mac Mini to press the button. And it cost him $200. He's like, I hate this thing. He's like, I wasted so much money. And I'm like, yes, you did. i7, okay. Trying to get to the part. Yeah, as you can see, the power is in the back there. And USB extensions. He said YOLO. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Of course, it's out of focus when I pause it. Okay. Right here, I don't know if you can even see that. That's the power button right there. Okay?
Yeah.
Right there. Right there's the power button.
Okay.
So the little pivot triangle thing is pushed by that fucking rod, and it pushes the button on the back of the.
You said
I'm like,
rod.
but I mean, dude, you could have home brewed something that would have been better than this. And you had to pay $200 for that. And he's like that. He does a whole like. He's like, this is not the most. That is not a satisfying click at all. And he tries to explain use, but I understand it. Newbies wouldn't quite understand it. But he goes through his whole journey of trying to back, because it's just him and his one editor right now. But like, I was more interested in seeing, tape and seeing it as somebody else's solution, because I've seen all of Linus's videos, and I've seen all the other tech tubers who are like, Linus did this, so he came over and helped us do that. But all they're making is a giant NAS half the time. And I want to see...
drive.
Huh?
45 drive.
Yeah. That jellyfish, whatever. I wanted to see what somebody else does on their own, because his original video was we made a 32 terabyte drive without help from Linus Tech Tips, I think was what the original video was.
So now that's the storage of the tape drives? Like,
I think it's
like
in
how
the...
much actual is the tape drives, like, storage?
Hold on. I
Just,
think...
like, just by themselves.
Okay, they're okay. The original server is 336 terabyte, and I don't know the exact storage of the tape drive. It says this $130 tape can hold 30 terabytes, so I think he's got multiple drives.
Oh shit!
Because when he made his original server, like I said, it's 336 terabyte, which isn't really, because parody and all that. But
is that like, did they used to be able to do that back in the day when they first started using tape drives, or is that just because they've it's been like heavily upgraded too throughout the years?
I don't know. He shows different kinds. They have different prices. Yeah, right here he's copying a 56 gigabyte 194.5 terabyte free, and he's copied 11.7 terabyte free to this drive. So I don't know.
Did he say what the transfer rates on that kind of thing would be?
Yeah, he goes into, like, because you don't copy exact, like, one file exactly. You copy big chunks, and then it's easier to, once you copy it back to a hard drive, to scrub through it and find what you need. Because
you're talking about like chunks of the hard drive, like the sectors and shit.
Yeah, well, see, because a tape it's just like you would think. It's a big long spool of the tape, and it uses the magnetic heads to find a position, and it's not as precise as digital. I mean, because it's still technically it's an analog format, but to think that even think that a tape would be able to get to terabytes, and if you probably, I don't know, you never watched, like, I grew up watching the old Nick at Nights, and like they showed Dragnet. They went to a warehouse where they had a computer, and it would have giant reel-to-reel size tapes, and it would record megabytes of data, and it would just look up old like they had to look up driver's license numbers, and it would print out a big plotter thing with the paper with the perforated holes on the side. This thing is, granted, it's big by today's standards, but this is, like the size of a zip drive or whatever, or an 8-track tape. Does 12 terabytes. That's fascinating to me.
Yeah, I remember a while ago I went down a rabbit hole looking at like some Reddit discussions about, like, if you had like the smallest point font and you like typed out all zeros and ones on a piece of like stacks of paper and shit, how much he would be able to store on there. And it was actually surprisingly a decent amount, I guess,
Well,
if
the
you
other
had to
thing
do
is,
it that way.
the other thing is it's kind of expensive because like the actual tape storage device itself is expensive, but once you get it, I think the actual tapes are fairly cheap. Even that thing on his desk is like $500 or something stupid like that. But he's using it, fucking apples, so I don't think money is that big of a problem for him.
Now,
I just
did he do a lot of tests on, like how clean the data is, like copying it
no,
back?
no, he didn't say any of that. This was more or less just a walkthrough of his process. I'm sure if anyone finds something better, they could tell him. But I was just along for the ride and enjoying it. But anyway,
Yeah.
so on to some
Well,
stations.
I forgot I wanted to do a. That reminded me of, I don't know if you decided to do an article, but they came out with like it's a $40,000 100 terabyte drive now.
Nah, I did not.
I didn't get that one.
Nah. I saw that like 20 terabytes and other stuff, and I'm just like, whatever. I'm not even worried about the Enterprise. I'm just gonna wait until I can afford to see the ship myself.
I
So
I think for like a tenth of the price, like $4,000, you could get the same amount in 16 terabyte drives.
well, 16 terabyte drives, you can get the expansion drives from Seagate, and they're you just shuck them, and that's $308.
Yeah.
I think on Amazon right now. So for $620, you could have 32 terabytes with 2 fucking drives.
Yeah.
I'm okay. Anyway, so let's get on to some stations because
Man your battle stations. Man your battle stations.
Station.
Station.
Okay.
Station.
Oh, I saw this one. Potato camera though.
Yeah.
Here's my computer. Look at my PlayStation shit over here in this thing.
Hey, Doug would be. He'd be
Fap it.
drawing all over that. Yeah, he'd be fapping.
Pap, 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 pap. I'm seeing at least 2 headsets there. No, 3, 4. Yeah, 4 headsets. But yeah, I can always get behind portrait, landscape portrait.
Yeah.
I don't know what's up with those light bar thingies. I don't know. That's different, I guess.
Right. By the way, do you have an AC on or a fan on you?
Both.
Like I could definitely hear the fan part on the microphone.
It's pointed right at my face, so it's behind the microphone. But I'm not turning it off, so fuck you. Because the window unit, even though there's a fan blowing it, it's still feet away from me versus on my desk. So yeah, no.
It's hot as balls up there, you would say.
It was already 90-some degrees, and tomorrow's supposed to be warmer, it said, so nope. It's good. They said it's going to be 95 and feel like 100 with the humidity, so yeah. But yeah, I think that's a motorized S, so that's pretty cool looking.
Yeah.
By the way, look how far I had to zoom in.
Why do you have to zoom in that far?
Well, because it's fucking... So you could see it.
Yeah.
This is 500%. If I went to... This is what okay, hold on, reset. This is what standard size looks like to me.
Right.
This is halfway. You still can't see any damn thing. So 500%. There you go. Now you can see there's a chair. There's some shit. I'm sure it'd be a better picture if I go to just the picture itself. Just a little bit. Still kind of potato. Potato. But yeah, I gave it an updoot, as they say on Reddit. Let me check out the other one you got here. Aww. I remember this one. Is this really yours? Because this wasn't mine.
Oh, really?
But it's okay. I think I don't know if I think yeah. Yeah, I got other ones I can go ahead and not worry about. So please continue. What did you like about this one?
Oh, just some crazy screens, man.
Screens.
Screens.
I've been more impressed that that tablet was bigger. But I mean, you got RGB, you got a little what the hell, a little numpad thing on the left there. I mean, I'm impressed.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
You got. I mean, I liked it because it had screens and color.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's got a good layout, you know.
Yeah. Oh boy, kitty.
Wow.
What drew you to this one, sir?
I don't know, it had a good, like, a nice symmetry to it, you know.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's busy, but in a good way. I feel.
Yeah.
It
What do
doesn't
you think
feel
about that
cluttered.
keyboard?
Huh?
What do you think about the keyboard?
I don't care for its position. It's not ergonomic.
Right. Well, I mean, do you like the color? Because, like, I don't know, I kind of would have gone with, like, a black or something, maybe.
I mean,
To match everything.
the GPU looks white, so fuck, who cares at this point?
Yeah.
They don't give any fucks.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. They're too busy giving no fucks.
Attempting to give a fuck. No
Really?
fucks given.
Uh,
Or you had that meme with, like, a giving a fuck meter
you
on,
see
like,
the
Windows or whatever.
that's like the that song "Koala in the Rain," no fucks given.
Yeah.
So yeah, another guy with a PlayStation thing. See, your first guy. Whoop, that's mine. Your first guy had PlayStation buttons, and then your last guy has PlayStation light up buttons. What's up with that?
Oh, I didn't even notice that. Huh. I didn't. My theme was hurry, get these fucking battle stations up.
Right, and then he's got both of them have a sub down at the floor. So, if I had to pick a favorite, I guess the one with the kitty. Seems the most put together.
Yeah. I
So
agree.
congratulations, Nightcrawlers N95B. You win an internet. You get a peanut. All right, hit me with my song there.
Excellent!
Station.
Okay, so my stations this week. I thought I didn't have any last week, but I emailed them myself and forgot about them. So look at this one.
Did yourself appreciate it?
I mean, mostly. Oh, stupid. So here's a mostly pink kawaii station.
What's a kawaii again?
Kawaii is Japanese for cute. But I wouldn't expect you to understand.
Yeah, so it's a weeb kawaii theme.
Yeah, it was. You know, pink, girly. Got the headphones with the cat ears that you hate. And they got a
I
switch.
hate those.
Yeah, that looks pretty dope. I'd crash there. And then I figured you dig this guy. Got an ultra wide desk, ultra wide monitor, and then fucking like I don't even know what the hell you would call that kind of tower because it's not wall mounted. It's just open air craziness.
By the way, did you see that Linus's video of that like the craziest curved monitor or whatever recently? Where it's like I think if you put 4 of them, it would make a full circle or something. I think he said.
The radius. I don't know if it was the radius or the diameter of the circle would be a meter.
Yeah.
You know what monitor that was?
No, I forget if it was at a.
The Samsung G9. This one. Da-da-da. Da-da-da.
Also, you did have a battle station with that.
I found one. Da-da-da.
Nice.
Da-da-da.
That was kind of unexpected.
It wasn't in battle stations either. It was in another subreddit I follow called Ultra Wide Master Race. And
Right.
somebody said, mine arrived today, and just look at that.
Yeah.
Oh
So
my god.
basically, if you're going by vertical resolution, it's 1440p, right?
No, it's because it's basically
Basically.
trying to remember what the fuck it is. It's hold on. I'll give you the specs here in a second. Oh, that's white. Sorry, I gotta put a global dark. Okay. 49-inch, 1000R, which is the radius, 240 refresh rate, which is QLED. There we go. Dual QHD display. And of course, it doesn't give fucking noise. Refresh rate, yeah. G-Sync and FreeSync. Hold on. It's 5120 by 1440. So it's like two 27-inch monitors side by side without a bezel.
Yeah, that's what I said. 1440. If you're just thinking about vertically.
Oh, my bad. I misunderstood. Call me Mr. Understood because no one understands me.
But yeah, that was what he said. It was 2 of them going across them. I forgot about that.
Yeah, it's two 27 inches, and then the bar in the middle wouldn't be there. But
Did you see that video he also did about it? It was like a monitor from way back at like 2008. It was like custom, like curved or something.
nah, didn't see that.
It was like made out of 3 actual screens put into one or something.
I've seen that before. I don't remember the brand because there was like it was a foreign company, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah,
It
and
was like really thick, like a CRT TV or monitor.
yeah, and you could, if you look real close, you could see all 3 screens. There was a guy somewhere I saw a guy went to a LAN with. Oh, it was this guy I follow who does all these Linux videos. That's who posted. He was at a LAN and ran into the guy who had one, and he was like, "Dude, what?"
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember this fucking guy's name. Hold, please.
Oh, please. Doo-doo-doo.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't. The guy I'm talking about, he hasn't made a video in some years, but I still go back to some of his videos. He had a big Linux thing. Um, well, he's one of the guys I follow, but I can't fucking remember his username. I guess I gotta go to my subscriptions, show. There he is. But yeah, he went to a LAN party, and a guy had this giant monitor you're talking about.
Oh yeah, it was that Alienware's Ancient Ultra Wide. It was on the LMG clips. I like that they do that so you don't have to watch the whole fucking LAN show.
Right. Oh, of course he can't fucking find it. But yeah, he was at a LAN party, and the fucking guy had it, and he's like, look, you can see all three of them. He's like, you lug this thing around? He's like, oh yeah, that's my main monitor. He's like, I actually had
driver.
He's like, it fucking broke. And I had to... What model was it? Alienware what?
I don't know what the model number was, but it was an Alienware Ancient Ultra Wide. It's on the LMG clips. It's like the 5th recent video.
Oh wow. Okay, yeah, I see it.
Like, yeah, I could just picture like Unbox Therapy where he's like, this is... Back then, he'd be like, this is my daily driver, and he's training to hold it up while he's in the frame, too.
Right. Where the fuck? Anyway. But yeah, this is dope. I wanted this thing. This is crazy.
Now, what was the price tag on that? That was like $4,000 or something, right?
No, it's like 1,700. I think. Hold, please. I mean, it's not. It's currently not available, but when it's available,
well, I guess they had too many people with money buying that shit.
right? I mean, people bought the last one, and it was only 1080. If you go to Samsung's website, it's $16.99. But then, where to buy? And find stores near you. And I'm not going to do all that. Anyway, but yeah. This is dope. This is pretty dope too. I don't know any other specs. I just thought it looked sweet. I don't know why he's got lamps in his fucking, right in front of his cabinet there, but whatever. And then, this one.
Go back to the, the ultra-wide one.
I mean, they're all ultra-wide.
Okay, so, well, the one that matters.
Okay,
so hey. Anyways, I mean, I'm just trying to look at like the overall station. I don't want to just be like
station.
Okay, so this is a monitor with a station attached to it, right?
I mean, by itself, it's a station. I can tell there's an NZXT case. I think because I see that cable management strip and something inside the case. That's all I can fucking make out. I don't care. I want it. Sold. all the pink and blue and green, or the aqua. Yes, give me all that. Give me all that shits. Give me all them shits. Yes,
You
I
like
want
that
it all.
faded, muted pink color?
I want everything. I want everything in this picture. I want to just sit there. I don't even know what that thing is on the desk, and I want it. Got a cartoon of a semi-naked girl on the wall. Sure, okay.
Yeah.
I see a bunch of shit that I like. So, anyway. Let's get on with the news.
Excellent!
Let's get it on.
Right.
Bang it on.
Get it on. Sorry, I gotta put it on Global Dark. Fuck you, I'm not logging in. Okay. No, I'm not taking Jesus Christ. The news with us.
Yeah.
Hackers told the story of the Twitter attack from the inside.
Yeah, so this is pretty new. Have you heard about this hack that's happened here?
I mean, unless you've been under a rock, yeah, you've heard about it.
Well, I mean, I did want to say that, but I try not to assume,
If you have power to an electronic device, you've fucking heard about this.
Yeah.
If you have a car with the radio, if you have a TV set that turns on, if you have a phone that connects to the internet, this has been a headline. You have fucking heard this. The Amish people probably know about this bullshit.
Right.
But yes, basically, Twitter is really worried now. Congress is mad because a lot of their members are on there. And it didn't get individually one person hacked. They got hacked at the server level.
Yeah. And this is all supposedly because they had gotten like an inside guy that worked at Twitter to give them a tool to bypass all that shit or whatever.
Yeah. So that's bad. Somebody that worked at Twitter really didn't like them because what's the best outcome they can get? I mean, yes, at this chance they were asking for Bitcoin. Everybody says, no, Nana, that's fake. They might have got a couple hundred tops out of the millions of followers each of these people had.
Well, they said they got about I forget what this exact number was. It was over 100 grand.
Wow.
Yeah. But
So now,
I'm assuming, I think that with that scale of a thing, I'm sure they were hoping for a lot more.
right, because, they're like, oh, Bill Gates has billions of dollars. His followers have to give him all kinds of money and support him. Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway.
Bill Gates, Obama, I mean, interestingly enough, Trump's didn't get fucked with.
Right.
But, yeah, they said it was an inside guy, and then the one video I was watching about this, there was a security guy or security analyst or whatever. He was saying what they need to do is make it so that with that kind of level of tool that can fuck with shit, they need to have how they have keys to the nuclear launch codes where it takes two people to operate that shit. They need to basically do that,
On NPR, they were talking about it, and the guy said basically they gave them the keys to the kingdom, where even if you have dual authentication and a strong password, doesn't matter. And then people couldn't post and respond, so you can't contact your followers. And they said, in the case of the president, he has so many people that follow him on Twitter. If he can't, clarify it, what happens after that? So, but anyway,
they said basically not much beyond that. You probably don't have to worry about, but you definitely have to pay attention to whatever you had linked to your Twitter or whatever,
Right, and it has implications for what can happen in the future. AMD announces new Ryzen Threadripper Pro workstation parts for OEMs only.
Yeah, I'm sure you had to have had this in there.
Yes, I did. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. It's the enterprise grade. I mean, basically, if you don't want to commit to Epic, but you've got some money kicking around, they'll sell you a more expensive Threadripper, sure.
Yeah.
Can you imagine though? This is the whole idea that it was just a tester Infinity Fabric because like let's make a huge motherfucker, sure, and hold it together by spit glue and a prayer, and it wasn't like who would make it? No one will fucking buy it, and it sold like very well.
Right. Now, the main point with this, I think, was it. Well, one, it did have like a little bit of a higher frequency to it. It didn't add it. It doesn't add any more cores. But the main thing was the memory that you're able to use with the platform, which with the regular Threadripper it was 256 gigabytes, whereas with this Threadripper Pro it's possible up to 2 terabytes, just like the new Mac Pro. But I had thought that it was a lot higher than that. I thought you could put more than the 256 because I thought Linus and then did that with the Threadripper. But
well, in the very first Threadripper build they did, he said it's possible to support up to a terabyte. He's like, but high capacity, low reduced DIMMs. He's like, those aren't even out yet. They'll be very expensive when they come out. So they only did 64 gigs because, they don't want to be overkill. Yeah. So, I mean, the whole thing is, when it becomes the point of how bad are you going to gimp your server grade chips to put in desktops, but then you can pimp it out because there'll be different chipsets and stuff, versus like in one of the latest videos I saw where I think it was Craft Computing did a Epic server build. It was either Epic or Linus. I can't remember because they've all done it. The board actually didn't have regular chipset RAID control because they wanted a spare room for PCIe. So you had to have a RAID card, which is silly, but okay, sure. For even if you want to do NVMe RAID, like you can do on Threadripper, but that's desktop versus server. So,
yeah.
But yeah, when you're gimping stuff to make it retardo balls to the wall, I like that. That's competition. Intel, get your fucking shit together, bro.
Yeah.
Remember when they tried to say, "Oh, it's glued together"? Doesn't matter. People buy it. I bought it twice.
Right. Yeah. I mean, both of us, I believe, can do we could have done the 128 gigs, but it's just like, it's not worth it, especially when you have a shitload of, like the 16 gigs sticks or whatever. It's like, you just don't want to throw that away,
Right. Now,
You'd have to get retardo 32s.
Right. Now, I have a couple of tech articles where I'm going to just kind of breeze through here. If you see something you really, really want to comment on, please feel free to do so. But if I'm short, press for time, gaming. First one. NVIDIA stops production of RTX 20 series GPUs. Price is expected to increase in coming months because the 30 series is supposed to be talking, which I don't know if you saw Linus talking. It's going to possibly have a 12-pin power supply, so you're going to have to update the power supply if you go with a 3080.
Oh shit!
So, it's I mean, this, if anything, is going to make the price of 2080s more expensive. I'm not a fan, but I'm going to wait and see before I bother even thinking about a 3080, because if it's so expensive, yeah, if it makes more sense to just get another somewhere, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you should expect that. They did that with the 10 series card. It was like
right.
retardo expensive,
Yeah, well, I mean, and they're still expensive. Everyone's like, oh, there's something around the corner, and then they're not sure. Well, they're stopping production, so that's pretty much, yes, they are really sure. Hold, please. Yeah, and I have that article real quick just to show you. Excuse me. Of the 30 series 12-pin power right there. But sure.
Scroll back up. Scroll up. Oh, okay. Holy shit, man.
And they said it'll draw, what is it, over, yeah. But not just that, but power will exceed 300 watts. So, yeah. Sorry, I didn't email myself a bunch of shit. I did, but I didn't organize any of it.
Plus, they're going to be going. I don't know if you heard about it, but supposedly all these power supply manufacturers are going to like 12-volt only rails, I guess.
Yeah,
Steve,
I heard something about that.
Steve was talking about all that shit. He had like a whole long thing on it.
I'm not going to pretend to be smart enough to understand it. So,
It's pretty. I mean, it's pretty detailed, but basically, you're not going to have the 5 volts there to power some of the older devices and shit. You know, and that could be a problem for like your LEDs because a lot of that was 5 volts, so you'd have to get like adapters and shit.
Right, your addressable isn't going to work anymore. Wow, you're white as shit.
Yeah.
So, last one from just tech news. Lenovo's new budget AMD gaming laptop start at $660.
All right.
Lenovo recently won a little while by cramming a 64-core Ryzen Threadripper Pro into an unassuming workstation, but we assume one of those won't be landing on your desk anytime soon. If one does, let us know how it runs. For AMD fans hankering for some affordable powerhouse, though, Lenovo's spate of new Legion gaming PCs may fill the bill. Yeah, 144 refresh rate displays, solid 1080p gaming. I mean, one of them that I saw, they're like, yeah, they already had an Intel version, but this one's better and cheaper. So yeah, I'm. If I had the money, it wouldn't be a bad thing to just have for like if I feel like gaming in bed before bed.
Right.
But my only question would be where would you put a mouse? Because I'm not using that little trackpad. No, sir. No, sir.
The number 144 seems like that's like the sweet spot for resolution and for the frame rate. You know.
Well, for resolution it's 1440.
Well, yeah, but it's 144 but plus a 0, and then you have 144.
You could have 144 with 1080. It will look okay as long as it's up to a certain size. My 34-inch 2560 by 1080. I would not do 144. If I get another monitor to replace this one with high refresh, I'm probably gonna get either 144 or that LG one that's 38, like 3640 by 1600 or something like that. Anyway,
can the 2080 Ti even do a 144 hertz at like a 4K? Depending on the game, that'd even squash that, wouldn't it?
Probably not, but that's what I'm probably going to end up doing. I'm probably going to upgrade my next monitor, see how the 2080 handles it, which most Fallout is capped at 60 frames right now anyway because it's the server caps it at 60.
Yeah, you're doing online.
Yeah, so they cap it at 60. Plus the way the engine is set up, your graphic card, like your frame rate, is tied to your speed. So you can run faster in the game if you can uncap your frame rate. So,
right.
Yeah. But I mean, there's other games I would like to be able to go faster than 75 or whatever hertz, but we'll see. Right now, I'm not wasting time buying a graphics card because the next best thing would be like buying a 1080 and then the 2080 Ti came out. Totally different.
Yeah, you just got the shit built, man.
Right. I'm just gonna wait. I'll wait, son. No hurry. So, what's this here? Crysis Remastered trailer proves the Switch can run Crysis. Oh boy.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you heard about this.
I bought Crysis, by the way.
Oh, you do?
During a Steam sale. Bought the original, and I don't know if I bought the original and the sequel, or I don't know. But yeah, it was on sale on Steam, so I bought it.
Right. Well, basically, they released the trailer a little bit ago, or a while ago, and people are complaining because it's like, all you did was change the lighting or whatever, and then because it's 2020. If you expect a remaster from how old is the game?
Oh, 7?
7 years?
2020.
Or
from
07, yeah. So 13 years. Yeah, so you expect a 13-year-old remaster. You'd expect that to be like a lot better than just the lighting has changed. So they kind of had to go back and tweak shit, And
Right.
I don't know if you saw I think it was it Jay? I forget. I think it was Jay. They did a thing where they put like all the like mods on it and shit to utilize all the latest shit. And that'd be basically what a remaster would probably end up looking like.
I got Crisis Warhead, and Crisis Wars.
Yeah.
I got that on sale. I had to go check because it was driving me crazy. Sorry, now I got to close Steam and all of its buddies. Cast Manager. Steam.
How much do you want to bet? Like, a lot of times, like companies that they do end up doing a remaster, they just copy and download like all the mods and shit.
Right.
Make it like real cheap.
I mean, like, they don't want to test things. They don't want to actually develop anything. Why, when they can just have the fans do the beta and everything for themselves? But 1 second. Speaking of gaming.
Speaking of gaming,
256 gaming bytes.
Ubisoft sexual harassment investigation claims 3 more executives. Yeah.
That's kind of like a what the fuck gaming article.
It was. I have a what the fuck, and it's worse than that. So I'm just gonna let this one. Oh, by the way, I do have a tech story I skipped over that you'll appreciate. Let me throw that in here real quick. We don't have to say anything about this. You get the deal. You get the fucking. They're scum. Skeezy. Anyway. Leaked Gmail redesign integrates chat, meet, and document collaboration all in one place. God damn it, Google. Can't we just fucking do one thing all the way? So you might be doing the fucking chat in the email next time. Yeah? Whenever they decide to stop letting Hangouts work at all, which I'm sure they'll do at some point.
I don't know who it is that's in charge of Google. I mean, I know there's that Susan lady that's in charge of YouTube, but I don't know if Google's like the top guy's like wife or something is like, oh, I want shit to change every time I change my, every time I get a new outfit or something,
Maybe they keep going, damn it, no one cares. Let's bring in a new team. Okay, they got this new product. What? Damn it, no one cares. Let's bring in a new team. Let's bring in a new product.
Yeah, it's just like whatever they feel like. It's like, oh, I'm just gonna do this. I'm just gonna do that. It's like
they keep reinventing it. By the time you get onto the platform and try it, it's gone. You can't. No.
It's like they're just having fun with it, where it's like they just do whatever they feel like, for that day,
Good luck getting your friends on it because they're like, no, I just was on Hangouts. I just was on Circle. I just was on GChat.
Yeah.
Lucasfilm and Mythbusters roboticist Grant Imahara, is that how you pronounce his name?
Yeah.
He's passed away, which I felt really sad when I found out about this. He had an aneurysm, right?
I think so, yeah.
Because he was awful young, poor fella.
Oh, yeah.
But only 49. That's way too young. He was great. He was a very great personality on Mythbusters, which is how I discovered him. I saw him a lot on the the internet and everything. Talented, brilliant man. Left us too soon.
Yeah, he was talented and brilliant, but he actually wasn't like in your face too much as like you'd figure with, like
No.
him being a nerd and stuff. Too much with the tech stuff, it almost seemed
No.
like the other people were more technical. He was more of like a personality, like you said.
Yeah, he could sit back and understand. Okay, I need to learn from this and do things, and he took things
Yeah.
in, which is what the audience really. He represented me a lot as an audience member. Granted, he was trying to figure things out too, but when you watch MythBusters, you go, okay, how would I do this project they're trying to do? And he would break it down and figure it out in front of you, and I love that.
Oh, he definitely knew his shit. He was the one that did all that battle bots or whatever, right?
Yeah, we've lost too many people from this show already. That I forget the young lady's name. It was in a car accident, right?
Oh, the redhead.
The fe-
She didn't
yes.
die, did she?
I thought she did.
She's got.
Hold on.
She's got Carrie Byron. I think she's still alive. She got
Hold
like
on.
a family and shit.
Hold on. Jesse Combs.
Is that like the blonde lady that they had on like the older ones?
Hold on.
'Cause I remember I think there was like a blonde lady that like got burned or something. Or
Hold on. She was 36. Whew. Hold on, I'm pulling up the picture now. Okay. This lady.
yeah,
Dies in land speed record attempt. Man, how unfortunate.
yeah, that's crazy, man. Yeah, she was definitely she was cool too because she was she was more of like the heavy lifter with a lot of stuff, right, on that show.
Yeah,
She
she
was a
wasn't
little bit more
afraid
behind
to
the
do
scenes.
Yeah, she wasn't afraid to do things.
Yeah. Well, it's just
I-
like
I-
that. What's the other guy's name on there?
I don't.
The Tory.
There's no idea.
I think it was Tory. He took a lot of shit too because he was always like whenever they needed like an actual person to test stuff. Like you remember that one where he actually like dropped through those awnings or whatever.
Nope.
He actually did. He's like basically like their stunt guy whenever they like that buster wasn't good enough.
As pandemic rages out of control, CDC head warns of darker times this fall. Yes, and the thing is, the CDC is in fucking Georgia, and the governor of Georgia, I'm not gonna mandate that people wear people, put on a fucking mask. I wear one for 8 hours a day. I'm not retarded and I'm not dead. Okay, you'll survive going to fucking Aldi's.
Yeah, if Frank could do it for 8 hours a day, man, anybody could do it, man.
Hold on.
It's just crazy because it's like it's the summertime. It's actually the temperature is like really hot, so the virus should be a little bit more weakened. But when it goes back to the colder temperatures, that's gonna ramp back up, and during this weakest time, we're like at our weakest, because it's.
I'm not gonna.
As far as doing, we're not doing our best with this shit.
I'm not gonna say I know or understand any of this, but people have been saying since the beginning, well, it'll be different when it goes warm out. Australia has been in summer for months. They have this shit. So, but by the way,
I'm just saying, if you think it's bad now, man, it's gonna get worse.
In 2001 Royal Rumble, Kane wore a mask for 54 minutes and eliminated 11 people. You can wear a mask to Aldi.
Yeah. What? My whole thing is yeah, the way everybody's acting and reacting to this shit, it's like even if we do, like we do better a little bit, there's definitely we're not gonna get it down to where it's like 0%. I mean, I just want to know what's going on with like the vaccines and shit. Like, hopefully the scientists aren't sitting on their butts when all this shit's going crazy. Hopefully we're making some progress in that.
I mean, they're trying. Thing is, the people are stupid. That's all I got to say about that. So that's your last article, right?
Yeah.
I got a what the fuck story. Hold please.
Oh, you said that shit was worse too, so that deserved to be on its own.
Amazon told employees to delete TikTok. No thanks. No. God damn it, fuck you. Anyway, I'm going to tell you the headline. Amazon tells employees to delete TikTok due to security risks. Fuck these damn websites.
They gotta get their money, man.
Oh, Amazon backtracks from demand from employees. New York Times.
It's fixed next.
Yeah.
What's your hold on the TikTok shit, man?
I'm not afraid of it. It's a Chinese company. My phone is made by a Chinese company. Your phone's made by a Chinese company.
Yeah, plus the other companies and the government does worse, as far as tracking you. It's just like who should let's decide who should track me.
Yeah, I mean, granted, yes, my phone is specifically made by a Chinese company, but if they want your information, they can have it. So
yeah. The only thing is like the whole political climate there now. It's like if you're saying anything bad about China, you might not want to go there for vacation.
I mean, not like you're going to anyway, but
right.
Nah, it's fucked right now. Every other country, we can't go anywhere right now. Anyway, the rest of the world's like, no, India has 1 million cases. They have more people than we do. We have 3 million.
Right. Well, what is it? I heard that Ohio is like spiked now. Like, what was it, like 60,000 or something?
Something like that. Certain counties, my hometown, they have to wear a mask now.
Yeah. But it's like, people aren't gonna listen there. I mean, people are like being out in beaches together and having like, like Howard Stern was talking about this. Like, he's been getting invited all the time to like dinner parties where they're all eating together real close and, just acting like nothing's even happened,
Well, anyway.
So, I mean.
Yeah, my neighbors had a party, and I said, nah. They're like, there's room for social distancing. They're sitting next to each other. There's no social distancing. No. It's not a choice. It's required by the fucking governor. Oh, you're going to ignore that? Okay. So, anyway.
And it brings out people's true selves, I guess, Really it's a good test. But anyways, thanks for coming on, buddy.
Thanks for having me.
Good luck with that double XP.
I will, as soon as I get the fudge off of here.
Alright, man. Peace out, guys.
up in. Ta-ta for now.
Have a wonderful day.
Yeah, that was fun.